third speaker is Miss Donna Hung.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Donna, and today I'll be talking about alcohol use at Rutgers University. So it's approximately 1:30 a.m. on a Friday night. You and your friend are about to leave a friend's house party after having a few drinks. You grab your coats, say goodbye to everyone, and head out the front door. As you walk down the steps, you notice that there is a fellow student who is passed out on a bench nearby. So you walk over and you ask her, "Are you all right?" And she's unresponsive. And you notice that her skin is also pale and somewhat blue. So you put your hand gently over her hand and ask her once again, "Are you all right?" And you notice that her hand is very cold against yours. Now you don't want to draw any attention to yourself and your friend or the party that you were attending because you guys have been drinking underage. So what do? It's common knowledge that alcohol use is prevalent on college campuses. After all, about 80% of students drink alcohol nationwide. Now this is not an intervention to preach to you about why you should never drink alcohol, but rather an opportunity to speak to you about the various myths about alcohol use at Rutgers University, the negative consequences of such myths, and also the various resources that are available to us on campus for all alcohol-related issues. Rutgers University shows up at the top of many lists as one of the best party schools, but in reality, we actually have less binge drinking and alcohol use than the national average. That brings us to myth number 1. It's normal to binge drink. According to a large sample study conducted by Leah Stewart, 2 out of 3 Rutgers students stop drinking at 3 drinks or less. Now, 1 drink doesn't mean a red Solo cup filled to the top with vodka. According to the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, this is what constitutes as a drink varying by drink type and percentage. So typically 12 fluid ounces of beer, 5 fluid ounces of wine, and 1.5 fluid ounces of distilled liquors or hard liquor is considered 1 drink. The second myth is that everyone on campus drinks. Also, according to the study, as well as surveys taken by Rutgers students, 1 out of 5 or over 20% of Rutgers students actually don't drink at all. Now some of you may be wondering, why does this matter? Who cares? Well, it's important that we properly educate our students because of the negative consequences of alcohol use. According to the social norms theory by Berkowitz, misperceptions and misinformation of others' attitudes and behaviors can cause people to act in ways that they normally wouldn't. Therefore, first-year students who come to Rutgers University believing that these myths are true would act in ways that they normally wouldn't because they believe that their peers are drinking dangerously. Now, this can be dangerous for the safety of our students. According to a national study, 1,825 students die each year due to alcohol-related injuries. Also, 696,000 students are assaulted by students who have been under the influence of alcohol, and 97,000 students have reported alcohol-related sexual assault or rape cases. In addition, 1 in 4 college students have reported academic consequences due to their use of alcohol. This may include not attending class, this may include falling behind in class, also doing poorly on exams and papers, or having poor grades overall. But the good news is that we have resources available to us here on campus. Did you know that Rutgers University was the first on-campus housing provided to its students for recovery? Although the location of the housing is still kept undisclosed, a fellow student shared with me the supportive encouragement it was to live with people who are striving towards a similar goal. While 19% of students meet the criteria for alcohol abuse or dependency, only 5% of those students seek help or treatment. Now, this may be due to fear of social judgment, but also reasons that may imply that counseling services are expensive. But the reality is that counseling services here at Rutgers University are actually free, and you can find them at the CAPS building located right here on College Avenue campus, which is right next to the College Avenue gym. It's important for students to know that these resources are available to them, especially on campus for free. There are also campus involvement organizations such as Are You Sure, which is targeted towards first-year students to correct misperceptions about alcohol use. In conclusion, the most important resource is us. The truth is that faculty, professors, and parents will not be at the parties that you're attending. They're not going to be on the street when a student is passed out on the bench in the middle of the night. So it's up to us to take action and to look out for one another. The most difficult part about helping a student who is involved in an alcohol-related emergency doesn't happen in the emergency room, nor is it because of a medical treatment that is too difficult to perform. In fact, it's because students are afraid to call for help because they're afraid of getting in trouble. The Lifeline legislation, which is active in New Jersey, actually protects you and encourages young people to call in the event of an alcoholic emergency. Therefore, when you call and cooperate with authorities, you are free from persecution for legal issues such as underage drinking. So now that you have heard about the realities of what's really going on with alcohol use at campus and the available resources, I ask you again, when you see a student pass out on the bench and she looks pale and she has slow breaths and she looks blue, what will you do? Thank you.